Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show, home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature an actionable tip that you can use today. And I'm here with my old buddy Larry. And Larry, what have you been doing?
Well, a lot. I'll tell you the one thing that we've been doing a lot of. We're trying to get people to come and talk to us and give us some things. So today's tip actually comes from one of our dedicated listeners, from Tanner. Johnny, take it away. What's Tanner's tip for our listeners today?
This is actually a good one, and Tanner, thanks for sending that in. And I actually use this. I don't think we've ever shared this out before, and it's regarding Rainx.
Yep.
Folks, Rainx is this product that you can put on glass, and I actually use it all the time on my vehicle. Yep. I hardly ever use my wipers anymore.
Right.
And you put it on, you let it dry. It's kind of like akin to like a wax application. You kind of let it dry, haze, wipe it off, and it's Tanner says you can use it on protective eyewear and prescription glasses, so they don't fog up.
They don't fog up.
Those kind of things up. So I mean that is a great tip. Now what I'll follow on with is to use this stuff on glass shower doors.
Yes.
And it is great. It's great. It keeps the glass really clean and everything for a real long time. So anyways, Tanner, thanks for sending that in.
Yeah, really simple process to do, by the way. You just wipe, as John said, you just wipe it on, let it haze up, and then wipe it off. Piece of cake, right? But it does, the water beads up and runs off. It's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Larry and I were just we were talking before the show here, and speaking of the audience participation, and we really wanted to ask everybody a few questions and some help as we continue to roll through this podcast, and we want to continue to bring value to you, the listeners. And so we just thought, now there's a number of you that are on our Facebook group. And I hope more of you join the Facebook group. Which is
at Handyman Pros, right?
At Handyman Pros.
Yep.
And we had to ask a survey out there. So we, thank you for all of you who have participated in that survey. But we wanted to put this out on our little Thursday edition here, just to hear some more.
Yeah, what do you guys like? Is what it is. So we're gonna repost that survey that we did. So if you go to @Handyman Pros on Facebook, you'll be able to put it out. But you also can contact us. Pull your phone out, please, and type in questions at handymanprosradioshow.com and type us an email. But we are asking about several different things, and it's really, what do you like? What do our listeners like? We need the feedback, because we are contemplating a couple of different things that we would like to do. We've been asked to do one thing that we're going to discuss, the very last thing we're going to discuss here in this very short conversation about this. But we want to know if you want to hear more about tool reviews or DIY tips and tricks, interviews with subject matter experts. And when we're talking about subject matter experts, like we had the drywall doctor on, and he really knows drywall. I mean, up and down, left and right, all over the place. So when we talk about subject matter expert, that's what we're talking about. I do a little bit in real estate investment, and we've had Chad Carson on and a couple of other real estate investors on, so we sort of wanted to know if you want more of that kind of information. John's been abducted by aliens, so we're not even going to get into some of the things they've done to him, the poor lad. But we wanted to know.
I needed a new office chair.
We wanted to know. Do you want more stories about that?
But Larry, you're hitting on some things here that are really important. And folks, just kind of as we go through this, to be thinking about what you find of value. Now, we continue to do the DIY, the tips and tricks, and the show, but we also want to make sure that we tailor these shows to what you really like.
Right.
And that's kind of some of the feedback that we'd like to get, because I find it valuable when I listen to some folks talk about tools that I don't have.
Right.
Yep. I like tool reviews that I obviously think I don't have everything. And
that's hard to believe, Johnny. But anyway,
yeah, I mean, we haven't talked other things outside of really the home. In terms of now a lot of you folks that are doing DIY stuff, we haven't talked about lawnmowers and cars and things like that. If you like Larry said, if you can pull out your phone and questions at handymanprosradioshow.com. And send us your thoughts on this,
or get on that Facebook post and post it up there.
There's
either way,
a number of ways to get a hold of us. And as Larry said, we've had some real estate investment advice. Some subject matter experts in that field. And we're happy to bring more of those kind of folks on as well.
So Johnny, what have we been asked to do? We've been asked to do something.
So we've been asked to do a little bit of an inside baseball business tips for like a handyman business.
Right.
I know that we've got some handymen out there, probably a lot of them actually, that listen to this, and we're happy to do this. We just want to make sure that that we're on target with doing that. We want to make sure that it's a value to you folks out there that we do a little bit of an inside baseball show. What we plan on doing is taking maybe one of our Thursday shows per month to do this, and it's when we talk about that, we're talking about maybe a how to run a handyman business, what to be looking for, customer service, how to perform the highest customer service,
software, marketing.
Now, we had a great question. We had a great question on Facebook.
Yep.
about software, about estimating. What kind of software do you use to do estimating jobs and things like that? So it's those kind of things that we bring to the forefront in this show. The marketing, as Larry had just said, all these kind of things, that kind of the inside of just in the business. And maybe a lot of you out there would find this very helpful outside the business, quite frankly. I mean, both Larry and I've had decades of business experience ourselves, so
Johnny, you make me sound old.
You are old.
Thanks. Coming from one old fart to another one. Thanks, buddy.
To be the one to break it to you. Your insurance paid up?
Yeah, right. Yeah, is your name on the insurance policy? That's what I wanted to know, right?
So, anyways, that we wanted to do that. So we kind of went through tool reviews, the tips and tricks. Of course, we had a lot of votes for that already. But please, we want you to send us something on that. The interviews, the real estate advice, hey, alien abductions, that's whatever, right?
Hey,
and also the business tips. So if you could just take your, just go ahead and get a hold of us through Facebook, please. That'd be great. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group, please do. It's at Handyman Pros. If we'll get you right into it. It's kind of it is a closed group, but we'll get you right in. Or send us an email, questions at Handyman Pros radio show, and it's going to take you a couple of minutes to do that. Please do that. We'd love to hear back from you, because we want to keep this thing interactive, and like we say, we want to save you time, money, and aggravation. So.
And just like our tip today from Tanner, we will put if you give us a good tip that we haven't done, we're going to try it first. Now, we both have used Rainx for what those things were, but if you give us a good tip, we're going to put it out there, folks. We are not proud. we want what works for you. This is about you guys, not us. John and I, as I always say, we can blather on about everything for any amount of time, forever, if you want us to. But we want to give things that are valuable to you. So we really appreciate it. John, is there anything else?
No, that's it. Just asking for a little feedback, folks.
Asking for some feedback.
Thank you so much for listening.
And we will see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.